everybody. I'm John Wright with the Open Stance Academy. Today I want to talk about leg drive and why too much or too little is never a bad thing. You'll never hear anybody say, oh, he's got too much leg drive. That's the weirdest thing you'll ever hear anybody say. And if you ever hear anybody say that, I want you to come to me for the answer and send them to me for the answer, because I'll tell you why it's not. You're never going to hear somebody say he's got too much leg drive, because a leg drive is an indicator that he has created the proper submission to the golf club, into his downswing, that his body sequence is in order, and that he has moved his arc into a place where he can approach his golf ball never outside in, but always square or from the inside. So if you move your body weight like this, then you are essentially exploding at your golf ball. You're starting fast from the top. It's like a baseball hitter's motion. You spin, you turn, torque drives your golf swing. And that's fine. You can play golf that way. I'm not saying you can't. But what I am saying is that it will break down a human body over time. And it will create inconsistencies because it's not in harmony with the body's normal firing of muscles. So an open stance necessitates lower leg drive to keep the hips from opening and to keep the shoulders from opening. A square stance or a closed stance necessitate this kind of athletic compensation or reaction. So by setting up open, you're essentially guaranteeing that you have to employ maximum leg drive to keep your hips from opening. That will help bring your arms into balance with the rest of your body, and it will help your swing sequence. So how do we get into that position? Setting up in an open stance, how do we go about the process? Well, first of all, the golf club is pretty heavy, and at some point in your swing, you have to submit to that weight of the club. So when I take this golf club back, right here, the club stops moving up, and it starts moving toward the target at an increasing rate, okay? Because the arc curves up here too. So it's moving toward the target. Now, our job as golfers, as people who need good timing to hit a golf ball, good tempo to hit a golf ball, we have a choice. We can either control the golf swing until the last possible second and then explode into the golf ball, or we can submit to the weight of the golf club. So we get the club back and we submit to it, drive our weight forward, and then come through the golf ball smoothly. It looks more smooth. So one of the things that has to happen, if we submit to the golf club, we have to relax our body. We try to keep our leading arm extended, but in relaxing our body, our knees bend, especially our leading knee. In order to accommodate that and all the torque that we built up in our swing, we have to release some of that tension. Releasing that tension means bending the forward leg. Then we can move into impact at a faster and faster rate. Now, you'll hear me talk about building the proper imbalances into your golf swing. One of the things that is a benefit of the proper imbalances is that the more unbalanced you put your body, the most unbalanced condition that you can put your body in that's not outside of fundamental golf, before you start your downswing and before you start that motion, the faster you'll have to compensate with the golf club in order to balance yourself. So the swing flaws in amateur golfers is by not creating the proper imbalance in their swing to compensate for it. So by setting up open, you're guaranteeing that you will need to not open your shoulders, not open your hips before that optimal point of imbalance, and your swing sequence will fall into line, your power will fall into line, your path will fall into line, and you'll be doing yourself a big favor as far as your physical condition and your ability to repeatedly make this motion. So I hope this has helped. If you have any more questions, write to me on the openstanceacademy.com. Visit this YouTube channel. I'll be posting another video pretty soon. So stay warm this winter, and I'll see you in the spring.